but I complained a lot.
Um, that's a good question. Yeah, it, well, it was very stressful. After your senior, you don't think about it. I know waiting for she's lucky. She found out what school she was going to around Christmas. She got lucky. But like everyone else that waits till like April and all that, it's very stressful just waiting on what school you're going to. And I also played sports here. That helps as well. Just stay with your friends. That's honestly that's all I can say. My friends help me a lot. Um, if you don't have anyone to support you, then maybe your family. But you need that one thing that you can lay back on. Just stay with your friends. Don't let it get to you too much. I mean, I know college is a big thing, and you're supposed to go, but you're gonna get into a college regardless. You guys go to Pioneer. So yeah.
Also, after you apply, it's your senior year, go try stuff that you think you might like. Because this is your time to really feel really happy for it. And just try if there's a hobby that you're interested in or something, that you want to start seeing if you like, or I don't know, yeah, just try new things because you don't have a chance to.
Yeah. Go to prom. Go to all those things because you're not gonna remember senior project, all that stuff when you get older. You're gonna remember prom. You're gonna remember your last game. You're gonna remember everything. So do as much as you can. Don't think it's okay.
What Osama said about friends, that's how I got through my stress. Playing a lot of FIFA with Mario, that's what got me through my stress. That's you, Mario! But really though, being with friends and, going through it with your, senior, science fair, you can partner up with your friends, have fun with the science fair. Don't just don't stress over these things because once you get to college, it's not gonna, you're not gonna have to do a senior project or science fair anymore, so.
So how did I deal with stress? I drank a lot of tea. Yeah. I wasn't really that stressed out. I was stressed out at the beginning of the year applying to college. That was really stressful. And senior project was stressful, but it wasn't that bad because after you write the paper, it's really easy from there. I don't know, writing is hard for me when it comes to 10 pages. But yeah, when you get that out of the way, honestly, it doesn't matter. You're not gonna fail senior project unless you actually don't do it and do very poorly in it or don't take it so seriously. But don't let it get to your head. I mean, understand that you're a human and know your limits and just work at your own pace and do what you love to do on the side, but focus on your senior project and all the work that you have to do first.
I did the opposite of what Jennifer did. I was stressed out from August through January, whatever, when I submitted my FAFSA. I would get sick on multiple occasions, I couldn't get out of bed of how stressed I was. It was a problem. Really, the first half of senior year, it happened in 3 minutes for me because I was involved in so many different things. I had the volleyball season. I had my senior project, which was Be Bold, Be Bald, which was happening so quickly. And then I had all of my college applications. I had all of my applications and all of these things to think about. I would literally, Jen is right, there were days that I just couldn't get out of bed. But what actually helped me was in January, after that I really just I was I'm done. I took a break for myself. I didn't get, not from work and stuff, but from stressing myself out. I was I'm not gonna overload my schedule nearly as much as I would. I just let myself have a break because I was so stressed for so long that if I had gone on for any longer, I would probably just kept getting sicker and sicker. So what I did instead, after all that stress, I relaxed. I was I'm not gonna do as much stuff as I was doing before. I'm just gonna take a break and rest before I take naps. Take naps. They're very important because you need don't kill yourself. Enjoy the second half of your senior year. The first half for me was terrible, but the second half, enjoy it.
So we have a question or two. Time for a question or two more.
Hello? You said senior project helps you prepare for college. Did that actually prepare you for college or no?
Yes, yes. Well, at least for me, because I had to write a 10-page paper for a final, and I had to write a lot. And senior project really does help you because I know it might stress you out now, but that is kind of what the style of your homework is going to be like in college. At least for me, it was. And so you write a lot, and senior project consisted of doing research, and in college I had to do a lot of research for things because, so I had to do a lot of research because in college you think you're smart now, but when you go to college, there are people that are just a lot smarter than you ever expected, and you kind of have an overconfidence bias going in like, oh yeah, I'm totally ready for this, and then there are people there that were like, I don't even know, they're aliens or something. But yeah, it's not that bad. Doing your senior project really helps you learn how to structure something and like have a product in the end. That was accomplishing. Yeah.
The senior project thing, of talking about papers, like, if you think you're writing, like, a paper, it's just like, if you think it's done, like, I had to write a paper on calculus this semester, and it was the worst thing I've ever had to do in my life. So, just enjoy your senior project, it does help you. Just get confident in talking to people who are superior, like, who have more education than you, like, or are doing whatever they're doing. So whatever your senior project is about, I had to talk to my professors. At first I was a little scared, but once you realize that they just want to help you, that's what you need to be comfortable with. Talking to professionals and like having a professional vocabulary.
Yes, the senior project does help, but you can ask me this question again when the teachers are not around. No, really though, like the senior project, the thing that I thought about the senior project that is really helpful was the whole, like, preparing a presentation. Like, preparing presentations is something that you will do throughout your college life, a lot. Depending on your major, you'll do it more than others, but you will have to prepare a lot of presentations, and you're gonna have to speak in front of people. It's gonna happen, but that's, yeah, you get graded in speaking in front of people, and the senior project really, it grades you on that too, and then which is good because you get to learn, you get to see how it is to make a presentation that is your own, and you have to present in front of people, and you have to make everything go smoothly. You know, things like that are really helpful when you get into college.
Two things: when you find your professional contacts, stay in touch with them because you never know. Once you get to college, it's all about connections. So like, stay in contact with your professional contacts. Also, do something that's really good that you can brag about once you get to college. I did a documentary last year, and that's the only thing I talked about when I get back. So like, do something you're gonna have fun doing, and something that like, you can say later on in the future that you did that.
Yeah, mostly the second part of what he said. I had a lot of fun with mine, and I really enjoyed doing it. And that's like, also like the speaking part too. Like, giving presentations is something you have to do a lot in college, so like that was really helpful. But mostly, like, I just had a lot of fun with it. It's good to like put your energy into something productive instead of like, I don't know, sitting around.
Alright, and our last question.
Hello. Okay. So for me, like I have trouble time managing. I have work, volleyball, or cheerleading, or softball, school, homework. So like usually essays and reading schoolwork is very difficult. Like, how did you guys time manage doing essays due every week, like 10 pages or so? In college or? In college, like it's hard now doing just a senior project research paper, but in college it's like someone said you said you have like 7.
Okay, so in college you have way more free time. Like, you don't realize it, but because you go to like 4 classes and they're like an hour each, and then you have like from like 2 to like until you go to bed, unless you do like a sport, which would be like 2 hours. You just have like a lot more time, and like I guess you have a lot more responsibilities because you have to like do your laundry and clean and cook or eat and stuff like that. But there's still a lot of extra time there that that I personally didn't have when I was here. And so as long as you're careful with how you spend it, there's still, as I've found that there's still a lot of time to have fun and like get my work done. Yeah, it's crazy how I can't even, there's so much time. And you just have to like be careful about like not going crazy with like, oh my gosh, so much time, and like throwing it all out the window and like, you know, partying for like all of it. But I think in college it's like a lot different because of how much time there is. So I think as long as you're able to like know what you have to get done and like know when you have to get it done by, you should be fine. Also, like I get, at least for my homework, it's like per class I get one homework like due the next week. So I don't have like things due the next day every day. So if depending on like what's due when, I can like choose to work on some things instead of other things like for that night.
Yeah, time management, you're gonna have a lot more time in college, like she said. Like you guys are probably waking up at like 6, 7 at the latest to get here. In college, you don't have to do that. Like depending on what your classes are. My classes they start at 11, some at 10:30. On Fridays, 2 o'clock. So, you're gonna have time to relax and sleep and all that. Yeah, time management. Oh, so you said like all those clubs that you're doing now. Trust me, you're not gonna probably do as much when you get into college. You're gonna like, it's not like you're gonna forget about it. It's just like they probably don't have it at whatever school you go to. Yeah, like for basketball, like it's the D1 school, so it's hard to play for that. So like you're not gonna do as much. So don't forget that you go to high school, so you're here for a lot of hours, but in college you're gonna have a lot more time.
So for instance, my history class, the teacher gave us the midterm and the final at the beginning of the semester. She already gave it to us. It's a take home. You answer it whenever you want. And a lot of people put it off till like when it's actually due. But if you actually start doing it as she's covering the subject in class, you will finish and you won't even notice you finished your 20-page final. And then you're gonna be like, wow, I have more time now to do what I want. I don't have to sit here and work on this final the whole day. You know, like things like that are easy to manage because teachers don't.
Yeah, branching off of what he said, when you're in class, well, most of your professors are probably going to give you your work up front, and you're going to know exactly what it is. And then when you first look at it, you're like, I have no idea what this is talking about. But as the semester goes on, you're going to be able to answer those questions if you pay attention quite easily. And I was in the same history class, and that professor, she literally gave like small assignments that answered the final question, or like other things like that, and she would discuss it and we would talk about it. And most professors have like a dedicated day before the finals due, if it's a take-home final, where they'll talk about everything that you need to cover on, and they're really helpful. I'm serious. They don't want you to fail, they want you to do good. It makes them look better.
The whole time management thing. I struggled with it a lot, but towards the end of the semester, I really started realizing that if I have to allot my time, so it's like I can't spend 2 hours in the dining hall, and so instead I plan my day around. Yeah, no, I just sit there. I'm like one of those who lives in the dining hall. That's me. But yeah, so it's like if I have a review session, I try to like kind of schedule in certain hours so that I dedicate the actual times that I'm supposed to dedicate to homework. But truth be told, like I talk to like I have some juniors, like junior friends and like sophomore friends, and they still don't know how to manage their time either. Like some of them still struggle with it. So it's just a process. Like you're always gonna have to be working on time management.
One last thing, you get, for some schools like BC, you get, before finals, you get study days, which is like the week ends on Wednesday, and then you have 2 extra days just to study. But you have to take advantage of it. Like, I was studying one day, and then one of my neighbors knocked on my door. I was like, "What's good, man?" He's like, "Yeah, what's up?" He's like, "Have you been studying?" I was like, "I mean, yeah, you're supposed to." He's like, "Oh, it's not getting to me." So like, you have to like know when to study. When you're given days like that, take advantage of it.